Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Guns for Hire and welcome to the Gun Shop. Now, I've seen a couple of articles. Well, actually, one was a video article, a video vlog, I guess, from IGN, and the other one was an article on MP First, and of course, a link to both of them will be in the description below if you want to watch and or read either or. But it's talking about Titanfall, and it's specifically talking about the exclusivity of that title, whether it's going to remain a Microsoft exclusive, like a timed exclusive. There's a lot of rumbles on, oh, it's going to be a timed exclusive, but there really is no definitive position yet. Like, if everyone's saying, oh, yes, it is, well, show me an actual media file that from Respawn Entertainment saying, oh, it's a timed exclusive. Show me where it says that. It's a very gray area. Again, I've mentioned this before, these gray areas where statements and certain things can be interpreted one way versus another way. And it's the same thing with this. Major Nelson, obviously an Xbox Live known person for Microsoft, basically in a Reddit thing, people were asking him, you know, how do you feel, is this going to be, you know, people are saying it's just going to be a timed exclusive. Is it going to be just a timed exclusive or whatever? And they're asking him, and his response is, well, I'm not too worried about it. Let's just put it that. He's like, you know, I'm not too worried about it. And now the MP First article, which at first I was like, you know, it might be that way, but I don't really side with it. They're stating basically that Major Nelson is confident that this is going to remain an exclusive for the 360, Xbox One, and PC as well. Which, you know, whatever. They have those things there. But the IGN article, the vlog or the video or whatever, if you watch it, I kind of agree with their perspective on it. Like, there's no need nowadays, and it would be stupid, and I've said this before, it's stupid for a major company, especially someone like Respawn Entertainment, which is the ex-Infinity Ward crew there, Jason Westman, Sampella, but it would be stupid for them just to stay with Xbox. You're losing out on a mass market. Yes, you may have that dedicated thing, but they don't even need to do that. And in that video, they explain that, like, timed exclusives, especially like the first one or the launch, or even getting a year ahead of the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3 before Titanfall, if it does actually hit them, they have a huge advantage, and it seems to like hold back sales on the other systems. Typically, that's what they're talking about, like BioShock, but I don't think that's going to be the case with Titanfall. If that is, let's just say that that's what they're talking about, because that statement from Major Nell, I'm not worried about it, again, is not definitive. You know, I know MP First is taking it like, oh yeah, he's confident that it's going to stay an Xbox exclusive, which may not necessarily be what it is. That statement is very gray. It's not... He didn't say, no, it's going to be, you know, we're confident that it's going to be an Xbox exclusive. He says, that's up to Titanfall, which means that they don't have it. If it's up to Titanfall, that means it's not set in stone. And he's a representative for Microsoft. So there's no way that it is. But at the same time, it's wish-washy. I say there's no way that it is, but you know what I mean. Like, there's no definitive language anywhere saying it's a timed exclusive, it's a permanent exclusive, it's exclusive, it's going to go to PS3 and PS4 at such and such a date. We just don't know. But that language there from him basically could mean anything. It could mean like, oh, you know what, we're confident, we're not allowed to say at this point. Maybe it's part of the legal issue depending on how many they sell. Like, maybe it delays it even further. Maybe there is a possibility, and it depends on Titanfall. Maybe that's why he said, you know, that's up to Titanfall. And that's going to be based on the number of sales for the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. But I think it would be stupid. It would be stupid of a major developer, considering the amount of money invested in creating these games, to make a game like that exclusive. And I'm not talking about this like, oh, let's share it. I don't like exclusives anyway. I know they're part of the game systems. They help market it and promote it and say, hey, this one's better because look at this game. And that may very well be the case here, but it's dumb for a company like that. You do not hit like GTA 5 numbers or Call of Duty numbers by staying an exclusive. It's not going to happen. This timed exclusive thing, if that does happen, you know, and based on IGN saying, oh, well, it normally hurts, I don't see that happening either. So I see with their point, but I don't fully agree with them. I think that a game like Titanfall, because it's fast-paced, it's like Call of Duty, it doesn't matter that it came out on the Xbox first. When that hits, if it hits PS4 and PS3, it's going to sell like hotcakes. They don't care that it was out on Xbox first. When a game like that hits, believe me, maybe the first one, yeah, but the second one, like if Titanfall, you know Titanfall 2 is going to be coming out. That thing's going to sell like hotcakes. And when it does, no one in PS3 or PS4, no PlayStation gamer is going to give a rats, but that it was actually released. Oh, well, I'm not gonna buy it because they originally released it on it. No, they're gonna be excited just as everyone else. They're gonna buy it right away, and I don't see that having the same impact that they're talking about with BioShock or Mass Effect, you know, like when they were talking about that in the IGN video. If you watch it, you'll see what I mean. I don't fully agree with what their statement is. I think Titanfall, even with this delayed timed exclusive, would do equally as well on the PlayStation once it's available. I think it'll be a safe bet. How do you feel about that? How do you think about those statements from Major Nelson? If he's saying, you know, I'm not worried about it. You got MP First in that article, at least who wrote it, basically insinuating that he's saying that it's always gonna remain on there. But I don't even see that. I mean, he says if it's up to Titanfall, then that statement doesn't really make sense. I think there's a possibility that there's some other legal or some contracts in there that, you know, are holding him back, that he can't really say that. It's a possibility maybe, you know, based on that. It's up to Titanfall. If we can sell the numbers, and maybe it will stay there. Maybe, you know, it's a dedicated thing. We'll pump in, Microsoft will just give them tons of money, which is good for a developer. It's like, we're gonna give you this this chunk for every game that you put out. You know, it's a safeguard. And if they can sustain the numbers, it's a win-win. But I'd like to see it eventually. I'm hoping, I'm not gonna say I think, because I really don't know. I'm hoping that it'll just be a timed exclusive and eventually it'll go out everywhere. But remember, nowhere, not from EA, not from Respawn Entertainment, no one has confirmed whether it's a timed exclusive. Everyone's just talking that. There's no confirmation anywhere. It's all speculation. But everyone's coming and like, no, I know, I have a friend who works for a janitor and he cleaned the toilet of someone at EA and he heard them in between poops that it is going to be a timed exclusive. Really?